students of class 10. Today I am going to explain you about the role of the members of parliament and the role of the parliament, functions of the parliament. You know, the members of the parliament are supposed to debate on every bill that is introduced in the parliament for and suggest some rectifications, some recommendations is known as amendment. That means a bill can be amended in the process of debate and discussions of the members of parliament through by passing a bill, and that bill then is sent to the Rajya Sabha for further debate and discussions. The Rajya Sabha members start debates and discussion in support of the bill or against the bill, and can give some suggestions over the bill, whether it should be passed or not. And finally, the bill is sent to the President for his consent. Whenever the bill is consented by the President, the bill becomes a law or an act. So this is the procedure of passing a bill. So a bill can be passed after thorough debate and discussions in both the two houses of the parliament, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. And finally, the consent is required. Whose consent? The consent of the President of India. The President can consent, the President is supposed to consent the bill. Whenever the bill is passed both in the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, the President cannot obstruct the way of giving consent. The President is supposed to consent the bill. And then the bill becomes a law or an act. Next one, the members have to vote. The members have to vote on each bill because of the procedure of debate and discussions. And last of all, and next point, control of the executive. Control of the executive, right of interpellation. It is the right of a member of the parliament to ask any type of question to a respective minister, and the minister also is supposed to answer the question a member usually asks for him. During the question hour, it is an inefficiency of a minister if he or she fails to answer any questions of any member of parliament. It proves that the government fails to function smoothly. The purpose is to criticize the minister. The purpose of raising question by a member of parliament is to criticize the government and its policies, to learn the policy of the government, whether the policy of the government is right or wrong, whether the policy of the government go in favor of the countrymen or in favor of the country or the welfare of the country. When a member cannot satisfied with the answer of a minister, Prime Minister can interfere in the case. Prime Minister can promise the respective member of parliament that he would appoint a commission or a committee to look into the case, to look into the matter. So by this way, the Prime Minister can pacify, can interfere and can pacify the situation. Parliament can condemn and punish a person for contempt of parliament. A member can become violent. A member sometimes becomes very impatient, does not like to follow the rules and regulations of the parliament, does not like to obey the chair of the speaker. In that case, any type of action can be taken. Action means the person can be suspended by the speaker, this person can be suspended, the person can be warned by the speaker for defaming the house or the subjects it to ridicule. Next, judicial functions. What are the judicial functions of the parliament? There are some judicial functions of the parliament. What are its? It has the sole right to impeach the president. It has the sole right to impeach the president for violation of the constitution. Whenever the President of India violates the Constitution of India, the Parliament has full right to impeach the President. Second one, it can remove the judges of the Supreme Court, the judges of the High Court, election commissioners, chief election commissioners, auditor and Comptroller General of India, whenever they are found guilty of misusing their power, misusing their position of authority, they can be they can be removed from their posts. But a process is done before removing them from their post by the parliament. So these are the judicial functions of the parliament. Now, financial functions of the parliament. There are certain financial functions of the parliament. Number one, it discusses, the parliament means the members of both the two houses of parliament discuss the budgets, especially in Lok Sabha. It is discussed annual or union budget. Before passing, it thoroughly discusses annual or union budget. All money bills are passed in the Lok Sabha. Money bills can be raised by the Lok Sabha. The speaker can recognize which one is money bill and which one is an ordinary bill. So money bill have to originate only in the Lok Sabha. It cannot be originated in the Rajya Sabha. Another financial power of the Lok Sabha is the railway budget is presented by the ministers of railways in the house. So these are the financial powers of the parliament. And next one, that is very important, amendment of the constitution. Amendment of the constitution. A constitution which is framed in the interest of the people, in the interest of the country, it can be amended. A system introduced by the constitution maker Dr. B.R. Ambedkar when he framed the constitution on the eve of the independence of India. He also introduced one system that constitution can be amended. He introduced one system that constitution could be amended. That's why our constitution has been amending from time to time as per the requirement of the country, as per the requirement of the members of the requirements of the countrymen. That's why constitution can be amended. The parliament has the right to amend the Indian constitution. Why? Who has the right to amend the constitution? The parliament. Because before amending the constitution, a number of debates and discussions are required in the two houses of parliament. Then a bill is proposed, a bill is passed. Before amending the constitution, a bill is passed, and bill is thoroughly discussed in both the two houses of parliament, and finally the president consents the bill, and then the bill become an act, and it can be and in the similar way the constitution also can be amended by this way. Now the amendment must be made by both the house by simple majority of members are present, by 2/3 majority of the total number of members present in the house, voting which should not less than half of the total membership of the house. The system of amending the constitution. Minimum number of members are required to be present at the time when a bill is passed or the process of amendment is done. Now, in special cases, special majority, another important thing is that special majority. That means, in special cases, a special majority and rectification by a special majority of at least half of the state legislature is required. President entire assent is necessary. That is the reason, before the process of amendment, the president suggests something, and the time when the issue becomes very much controversial. The process of passing a bill regarding amendment, sometimes it creates trouble, it creates problem, and the process of passing that bill is become very much lengthy. And so, by considering that act of detention, act of misery, the cause the president raised, why was that detention? Why is the process of bill becoming detaining? Why is this detention? Why the process is being detained? In that case, the president can suggest some additional alteration over the bill, but the president cannot obstruct the way of passing the bill. The president can give some suggestions, and in that case, the Lok Sabha or the Lok Sabha can explain. The Lok Sabha is supposed to explain the reason why is this system, why the process of passing the bill is being interrupted, and what is the reason. Each and every point, and under the recommendations and suggestions of the president, the Lok Sabha is supposed to clarify it, and then the president is supposed to assent the bill. Under the consent of the president on the bill becomes an act, and the constitution can be amended. So this is the parliamentary procedure. The president can take part in the process of passing a bill, and in the process of making any amendment. So the role of president also is important, but the most important part of passing the bill is done by the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. But the crucial role of Lok Sabha also is important, because the members thoroughly discuss the negativeness, positiveness of the bill before making it amended. Then the bill becomes passed and constitution is amended.